Welcome back to the baseline. And today, guys, we're going to do our weekly recap of last week's baseball season. And we are going to talk about, to start things off, the Minnesota Twins have won 13 straight games. It was recently broken last night against the Milwaukee Brewers, who ended up beating them. But guys, man, is this Minnesota team fun to watch. They have done a lot since then. They had a 33 consecutive innings where they did not allow a run. They have just been hitting the ball really well. They activated Royce Lewis and Willie Castro on May 6th. And since then, well, since if you exclude the loss, they were 11-0. Once they activated those guys, now be 11-1 of last night. Yeah, this team is just very fun to watch. They had like 9 saves on during this streak. I think like 6 bullpen guys ended up getting a save through it. Let me see. They had 9 relievers have pitched for them during the streak. None of them had an ERA higher than 4.15. One had an ERA of 2.35. Of those 9 starters, 7 of them have not allowed a single run over the course of that streak, which that's kind of incredible. And with the saves, they had 9 saves over the course, 3 more than any other team in that span, and 3 different pitchers have recorded at least 1 save, which was Duran, Colombi, and Sands. 2 other pitchers have also gotten an out during that, have gotten the last out, which was Alcala and Fenderberg. Yeah, there's a lot that gone on into this role. Only 2 players have also appeared in all 13 games. Trevor Lawrence and Brooks Lee. They've appeared in all 13 games that the Twins have won. But again, kind of really remarkable that they did that. You never see that all the time. Guys usually need like a day off here and there, and trying to get their players well rested, especially if you're playing that well. Why not? That's something I would do as well to try to get this team going, especially if they're that. Also the 13 game win streak in a row. I just found this out. They said like it's unusual. They're the first team since the 1999 Orioles to have a winning streak of at least 13 or more. To start, when the team was at least 7 games under 500. Now, That's interesting. And to be like how rare it was and how rare it is, when they started this 13-game winning streak, they were 13-20. They're now 4 games behind the Detroit Tigers for first place. That's insane. The Minnesota Twins have really carried. They've done it with at least a couple games here without Buxton and Correa. If you didn't see that, they both collided with each other, which I get could happen because of a lot of things. They're not used to playing with each other. Buxton is healthy, Correa's hurt. Correa's healthy, Buxton's hurt. So it might take that little time of where they could go and where figure things out. Being like, hey, this is my ball. Oh, hey, that's your ball. You know, uh, basically kind of get things going, turn things around here. We'll have to see what happens with the Twins once those guys got back. Pablo Lopez has looked really well these last couple starts. He's been phenomenal. Looks like his old self in Miami, which you'd like to see. Probably be considered a Cy Young Award winner if he keeps his up. They're just really good. And I really hope they could return to the playoffs. I know it's been 2 years, or they were in the playoffs in 23 where they beat the Blue Jays and actually won a series. So that was very interesting. So, we'll have to see where this goes. I really hope they continue this streak. I would love to see how far it will go and how good they really can be. Do I think they're going to dethrone the Tigers? Probably not. They have a solid team. The Tigers are also the first team to get to 30 wins in the MLB. And also, AJ Hinch is just, he knows how to manage. He knows how to push the buttons. So he knows what to do, and I just think they got such young talent. And even Javier Baez, man, everyone's talking about him. He's playing center field, and he's raking. It's insane of how good this Tigers team is. Gleyber Torres has been phenomenal. I really wasn't worried about that. I actually always thought the Tigers should have gone after him, especially when Miguel Cabrera was playing. I just always found a great fit for him. But, he's just playing well. Baez, like I said, has been phenomenal. He's making great catches in center field. You would think that he played center field his whole life. Like, he just makes it look natural, Javier Baez. But he looks like when he was with the Cubs, it's just amazing of how great this young team is. All around. And it's fantastic. Let's talk about the rivalry weekend, as people like to call it. First off, if you haven't seen the highlights on Friday, go watch the highlights of the Texas Rangers Houston Astros game on Friday. Jacob degrom versus Hunter Brown. My God, both pitchers went 8 innings. All of them had nasty stuff. I think 1 run was allowed between the two. Oh, it was a phenomenal game. It was great. I think Jake Berger hit a home run for the Texas Rangers. But Jacob degrom looked very dominant. It looked like his old self. I love to see that. I want degrom to be successful this year. Put on the big, degrom from the New York Mets that we all have known and love. And he looked like that. He looked great. He looked phenomenal. I can't wait for him. And I'm hoping he has a very, very healthy season for the Texas Rangers. I think he's going to be a key part of that rotation. It's a great to see him back healthy. Also, speaking of that, though, Bruce Bochy, because of that win, passed Sparky Anderson, 5th all-time on the manager's win list. I love to see it. Hall of Fame manager, has 4 World Series wins, 3 with the Giants, 1 with the Texas Rangers a couple years ago. Yeah, what can't you not say about Bruce Bochy? I love the guy. I think he deserves it. Definitely a first ballot Hall of Fame manager. So congratulations to Bruce Bochy. The other thing I want to talk about, and I know a lot of people are gonna probably criticize this, but the Yankees Mets. I'm not here to talk about the games. I'm here to talk about what happened. First of all, number 1, Juan Soto. What are you doing, buddy? You're not hustling. You're not doing nothing. You look like you didn't care. He looked like, hey, if I get a couple hits, awesome. If I don't, who cares? Like, you can't act like that. Like, yes, it's May. But the games do still count. They do. Believe it or not. Yeah, I don't know, man. If I understand he's your 15, you're paying him all this much money. But if I'm Carlos Mendoza or Steve Conan, I'm putting him aside like, dude, you gotta be better than this. I'm paying you all this money. Right now, it looks like the Mets overpaid. It really does. It looks like the New York Mets overpaid. And we've seen it. We've seen it before. I think we're going to see it again. He just wanted the most money. And he got it. It reminds me of Cespedes. Just wanted the most money. Oh, guess what? He got it. And then what happened? Played like crap. Played like shit. They didn't do nothing. I think we're seeing that again. I hate to say it, but I think we are. And then the last thing before I sign off, the Yankee fan. Look, I understand why you're mad. I understand you're pissed. He didn't play with you for his whole career. He never said, I want to stay with the New York Yankees. He said every team's got a shot. This is not like Robinson Cano, who wanted to stay, and he left. That you could boo him. He came up as a New York Yankee. He did all this. Juan Soto came up as a Washington National. Juan Soto got traded to the San Diego Padres. He got traded to you guys. Juan Soto didn't come up in the Yankees system. Maybe I don't get it because I don't live in New York. I'm really not a diehard Yankee fan. I'm more of a baseball fan than I am. Calm down. Like I said, it's not Robinson Cano. It's not like Derek Jeter. It's not like Aaron Judge, who loved being with the Yankees and then he just left. It's Juan Soto, who, yes, I understand is a great player. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But he played with you for 1 year. You traded for him. He didn't come up in your system. I'm just saying, I think it was a stupid call to boo him and turn your back on him at the field. He played with you for 1 year. Calm down. I understand he brought you to the World Series. You traded for him a year ago. He didn't come up in your farm system. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's stupid. It was really stupid. I think it was dumb to do that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. What did you think of the Minnesota Twins 13-game winning streak? Do you think they have a shot coming up with the last couple with the end as we head towards the end of May and during June? And what do you think about the whole Juan Soto thing? Leave a comment. Uh, please like and subscribe as well. As like I said, we do this every Monday. We do a weekly recap, and yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear from you. But from now on, well, as of right now, I will sign off, and I will see you all in the next one.